Hello, everyone. Um, this is your boy Alec, coming at you with a new Dark Magician video. I was inspired by Loz's video, talking about Alex's ideas. I don't know where this Dark Magician Discord chat's at, but I think I need to jump on because some of this stuff is the sauce. Mainly right now, sorry to purists out there, but Diviner of the Herald may be better in this deck than it is in Drytron. Yeah, I said it. Opens up so many possibilities. This right here is the normal summon. Um, yeah, this normal summon is even better than Rod. You'll notice in this testing deck, I'm running one Rod. Well, really, I'm running 7 Rods, but you get the idea. And 2 Apprentice Illusion, you guys probably looking at this are like, what is this whack dude talking about? Running one Rod? Running 2 Apprentice Illusion? I'm sorry, purist, but he ran other cards. He ran King's Knight, Queen's Knight, Jack's Knight. He ran the Karibos. He didn't just run Dark Magician cards, so I'm okay with running Diviner of the Herald in my deck. But check out the sauce. Yo. You guys probably think I'm crazy, but I'm going to show you some replays. Some stuff I've been testing. It's kind of 5 bricks, but even Secrets has even gotten a little bit better, I think, now than when you run Diviner, just because of all the possibilities. So let's go into it. First, let's just see a nice little standard combo. Um, you know, so obviously, just if you've been under a rock, this is the new illusion play stuff. It doesn't suck to open Apprentice Illusion Magician. Notice I opened Soul Servant, so this is like a pretty dope hand. I can just get Salvation. If I had Salvation, I'd get Soul Servant. Gets my Eternal Soul. You always want Eternal Soul. I'm going to activate Send Soul Servant, unless you're running Dark Burning Magic. Most of the time you don't really need to keep, keep Magician Salvation. So I sent it and used Soul Servant to draw my circle. It's going to go straight into Anaconda, of course. You get your Dragoon out. Yeah, this is Dragoon Turbo. Why would you not use this boss card? If you watch how Yugi played the game, for all those who love Dark Magician, he would always summon his best cards and try and protect it. That's how he ran. He would summon Dark Magician or Dark Magician Girl, protect with a bunch of spells and traps. Anyway, you get the idea. Well, this is me fishing with Circle. I bust, but it's all stuff you know. I'm going to put Herald on the top just because, as you'll see later, she's the dopest play. This Secrets here is actually going to be used. Check out Matt's video on how this can be used to summon a second Dragoon. Because remember, this Dragoon counts as Red Eyes Black Dragon. That's how Red Eyes Fusion works. So you have your 1 negate, you have your Eternal Soul. I used that for Rod, but it would have been better almost if I kept it for Soul Servant. But I could have even summoned the Dark Magicians with Eternal Soul, swung in with well, anyway, there's just a lot of possibilities. So anyway, that might have been a better way to make that happen. So that's a standard play. But now, what happens? Why is Diviner so good? Let's go into it. Well, if I normal Diviner, um, you know, you get to send Herald of the Arclight, and it gets your Illusion of Chaos. In this build, you need to run 1 Advanced Ritual Art just in case you already have Illusion of Chaos, because then you can very easily summon it, and it already sends your Dark Magician to the graveyard, which of course is great for the fodder, for Soul Servant, and so you know. Diviner, because it adds Illusion of Chaos, is 1 card Dragoon, because also your Illusion of Chaos just adds your souls. And so I'm going to put back the Dark Magician I had in my hand already, and you'll see why. I'm going to just re-add it back. So summoning souls, I was going to summon souls, excuse me, but actually it's better to summon Dark Magician Girl, and you'll see why. Notice I don't have Soul Servant in the hand, and I don't have Rod, so you guys are probably like, well, without Rod, how do you get to your draw 2? And it's actually pretty easy, especially if you run Apprentice Illusion Magician. So I opened with Apprentice and with your Diviner, and you're going to see how this still gets Dragoon, but automatically gets your Soul Servant into the graveyard. So you summon Beatrice the Eternal. Then you're going to summon your Apprentice Illusion Magician. I was getting a little ahead of myself. I almost forgot to add the Dark Magician from deck. This is going to be a nice little discard fodder. And here's your Anaconda. Play. Boom, boom, boom. And hey, thanks to Beatrice, I can banish that Soul Servant to draw 2. Play your Circle. Again, you're going to stack the Diviner on top for next turn. Actually, I'm only running 1. I probably should run a second Herald in here, just in case I want to make a follow-up play with Diviner. But anyway, so I'll probably adjust that in the next, through testing. Now this hand, look at this hand right here. It's 2 strike. You got 1 prep, an upstart, and the secrets. You're like, oh gosh. And so I played the upstart. Oh man, this must be a really bad hand, right? I mean, look at how tough this hand is. All I got is prep, Dark Magician, and secrets. Well, your prep, this is actually a great hand. This prep turns into Illusion of Chaos. Again, if you get Astro Drolled, you're dead, but this deck loses to Astro Droll anyway. And you get to Rod into your Soul Servant. Now watch. It's a neat little trick. Summon the Dark Magicians, and then you stack, this time we're going to stack the Magician Souls here. And Magician Souls is going to use its effect to then send the Dark Magician Girl, and once again, you're into your Dragoon combo. So just that's a little fun secrets thing there. Makes bricks that you draw not as bricky, and then of course we top the Salvation, which is great. We have the Illusion of Apprentice Illusion Magician, which is great. And I have the Rod combo, which is great. I can discard that Rod for Dragoon and protect it with the Apprentice Illusion, so it's another standard play. Okay, now let's get to the sauce. Yeah, here's some good replay. So this is the sauce right here. Magician of Black Chaos Max. So obviously this is a busted hand when you get all 3 of these at once. But how can you summon him very easily with this? Well, let's find out. Obviously you're going to summon your souls and then your Rod. Standard play, you get your Soul Servant, right? But now I'm going to use my Illusion of Chaos, and I'm going to add Apprentice Illusion Magician. Okay, so yeah, I meant to put him back on top of the deck. So now I'm going to discard my Skill Drain, which is any extra card, special summon. Apprentice Illusion Magician. You're like, well, Skill Drain's a really good card. Yeah, we have a better version of Skill Drain right here that's about to stun our entire opponent. This card doesn't stop things from being activated. It just negates all the effects and negates mines too. But notice Magician of Black Chaos Max. When you tribute a monster, your opponent cannot activate monster effects this turn. So it's like that trap card that was running Dark Magician, but a little bit better. You need Dark Magician on the field for that one. This guy is actually not as hard in the new build to get to, and you'll see why. So anyway, I added Dark Magician off of Apprentice, so I have that piece. I'm going to go into, Anaconda Dragoon combo here. Send my Dark Magician and Red Eyes, and now I'm going to use this, and it's key to get the draw 2 here because I'm going to draw Secrets and a second card. So this Red Eyes Fusion is fodder for Dragoon. But the key is next turn, just in the standby phase, I can send both Apprentice Illusion and Dark Magician with Secrets for Chaos Max. Tribute your Anaconda, and that stuns the field from all effects. And just in case they try to, Chalice or something, or Imperm or whatever, I have Red Eyes Fusion as the fodder for your Dragoon. And so it's 6,800 damage. The only thing that stops it is droplets, because you're hitting it in the standby phase. I think they're scooping. You get this upstart. I could have even used Rod's effect if I really wanted to last turn, just to kind of guarantee a better victory. Whatever. Anyway, you're winning. There's no stopping that. You stun your opponent from activating effects. You're winning this turn. You're gonna hit him. Okay. So now This is a good one. I mean, obviously I open with this, so I'm not adding it off of Herald, but you know, let's just, so here's another standard hand. You're only playing one, so you're not going to open with it often, but I was just kind of testing and running through and keeping some of the fun ones. So here's a fun one, all right? You open these two. When you open these two, I mean, you're hitting that sauce and this card. I mean, so this is a 3-card deadly combo. You got Called by the Grave to protect you from everything. So this hand is technically busted, and so we're going to show you what we do with it. This time I'm summoning Dark Magician Girl, similar to earlier, using Herald Effect to add my Illusion of Chaos. My Illusion of Chaos is going to add my Apprentice Illusion Magician. Now, I already have Soul Servant, so I'm going to go into Ultimaya, Soulkin. And I'm going to summon Apprentice Illusion Magician with the Call by the Grave. This is, of course, if they don't have any hand traps, you know. Well, I guess Crystal Wing is going to prevent the hand trap, so now I can discard Call by the Grave more safely. I add the Dark Magician here, and now I can send for Anaconda, but now I have a Crystal Wing negate on there with the Anaconda. So I'm going to throw the secrets on top, draw the 2, and now you'll see again I have the secrets face down, so I'm going to be able to negate with Crystal Wing, negate with Dragoon, and then, you know, depending on what order I want to do that in, I probably negate with Crystal Wing first, just so I can get the negate out of it, so that I don't have to, you know, waste it necessarily. I may want a monster on the field to guarantee my victory. So this is at 4K, it's at 28K, but I mean, you know, you're getting that with this guy now, and so I think that's a win. I think this is the one I misplayed on. But here's one more play with it. Again, you know, you're opening. This is a great hand again, but these are very common cards. I mean, running this at 3 of 3 of 3 of. It's not terribly bad odds, and this is, again, your 1-card Dragoon combo. So this is just, you hit the nuts sometimes. And so when you hit the nuts, you can run it. Now, again, Magician of Chaos Max, you can always send it with souls if you have like Advanced Ritual Art, and you don't need to send one of the Dark Magicians. And so that's great. So anyway, this time I'm summoning souls. I'm adding Chaos Max. I'm going to use my guy here to add Apprentice. And discard to summon Apprentice. We're going to add my Dark Magician to hand. Now again, you have your Beatrice. So you can send your Beatrice. Send your Soul Servant. We didn't have that. So you need to send your Soul Servant. Now you have one in the graveyard. And now again, it's just like, well, same old thing. Anaconda, cool. But it thins your deck. It's all those bricks out of there. Now I can draw my 2. I'm going to add my Illusion of Chaos for next turn with the prep, and you know, I'm going to set that. And again, you only have 2 negates, but this thing stuns the whole board. They can't activate monster effects. So I mean, what are they going to play? Lightning Storm? Like what do you care about? You know, even I save the negate, I probably won't need it, but if I do need it, I have the Illusion of Chaos. But next turn, if I keep that Illusion of Chaos, it's game over. I'm adding Rod, adding Soul Servant, activating, drawing 2, and probably summoning Magician Soul. So you're not even needing the Circle or an Eternal Soul. I had a replay where I had both of those. So you can set that up pretty often. But this is, I mean, dude, this guy, when you set up this guy, they can't beat you. And so it's not as uncommon as you think to summon him. So hold on, let me just got to reconnect, of course, and it's going to have that stupid thing in the top right corner to confirm my email. So you're not going to see some of the cards. Sorry. So I'm running him at 1. These 2 are bricks. Dark Magician is brick, but again, there are certain ways to get around that right now. And you know, you almost you don't mind drawing him for the discard fodder for Dragoon. You're getting it off of Apprentice Illusion Magician a lot. Obviously, you're one Dark Magician Girl. I still prefer her to Mana just because sometimes it's nice to summon 2. But Mana's great. You know, if you're a Mana gang, keep it up, man. I was Watch Cat gang. I miss my Watch Cat, but there's just so many better cards. Brick City Red Eye is still a brick. I think this card actually makes the deck good. This deck is a legitimate problem, I think. Testing it, there's so many good hands. I mean, if you draw this is a 1-card combo, this is a 1-card combo, and that's what the deck needed. It needed 1-card combos. Now, the 2 card combos have become so consistent that like now I can run Apprentice Illusion Magician at 2 because I want to draw it with her. You know, I want souls. If I have her in souls, I actually prefer to have Apprentice Illusion Magician because um, Rod and Diviner do not work together. Now, Rod is great still. That's why I keep it in there. You know, you still want your Rod sometimes. There are some hands where Rod is better. Rod's a better follow-up play, but you're still running 7. So you could run them at 2, but I really hate drawing her and Rod together. And so I'm really okay with just having the 4 normal summons in the deck. That's just me. I was running 2 of these because I hated drawing 2 in my hand. But now because of Diviner, you know, if you already have one in hand, or you're stuck, like maybe you have one of these and you have a prep and you're stuck with 2 of these in hand, and you can only put 1 back because of its effect, it's fine. If you have Diviner, you instead of adding, you know, something else, you can add the Advanced Ritual Art, which is going to allow you to summon one of these, which makes it a non-brick because this card's on-field effect is dirty. It's a negate, and it also adds back to hand, so you can have discard fodder with Dragoon. This card does not suck. You know, honestly, these cards together give me faith that, you know, obviously the deck gets a huge hit if this is ever banned or if this is ever banned, but there are so many other possibilities of cards that we can kind of go into now that it's kind of fun. I actually think I'm going to put a second Herald of the Arclight in for this Link Spider. Also, when you do brick, you need Red Eyes Fusion. If you have Red Eyes Fusion, there are so many different ways to like discard it or use it for fodder for something else if you don't want to use it, because you're getting this card like every game now. But you run 3. This is a dope card. Um, may take this out, but it's so dope. Follow up turn. This guy, this guy's just the dirty, dirty. You draw it first turn. You get into your combo with this, or especially with this. You know, now it's giving you that 3rd monster, which just that 3rd monster is really key a lot of the time. It allows you to go into Beatrice, and then still get to Dragoon. Or it allows you to get to Crystal Wing with Dragoon. So that 3rd monster is really key a lot of the time. So Monster Reborn gives you that. Upside plus Soul Servant. Shout out to Matt who had that idea. Call by the Grave. Obvious. I think this guy, you know, it was a bad card before this, and now I just think there's so many different ways. This card, this Diviner, makes Apprentice so much better, which makes this card so much better because you're seeing Dark Magician in your hand a lot more, so you can kind of mess around with it a little bit. I was running the Albaz stuff, but honestly, Diviner is so much better than the Albaz stuff. I don't even want to conflict with all the other plays. Soul Servant, Circle. You could run 2. You know, these Solemn Strikes are not necessary. You could run 2 Circle. You know, you could throw in a Magician of Chaos if you want, really. There's just so many things you could play. This is the fun part of the deck now, is with this, it opens up a lot of possibilities. You can run that Ready Fusion combo. That card's good. Instant Fusion's good. You know, this is not the way to run the deck, but I think I love this deck, the way it runs right now. Um, Obviously, Skill Drain. I like seeing this card a lot. Eternal Soul. I was running this with a Terraforming even earlier, but it just sucks to see Terraforming and Salvation in your first hand, and so it's really not worth running Terraforming unless you're running the Secret Village as well, in my opinion. The side deck's, I don't know, pretty dope. You really just want, when you're going second, to turn it into a going first game, so anyway. DD, I might switch this. If this was right now, I'd switch this out for DD Crow, but I assume by then I'm hoping the format goes back to something that's easily trollable. Anyway, so many possibilities with this deck. I'm going to keep playtesting, but this card has been a godsend. I think it has completely transformed the deck, um, you know, and made it, it's just so fun to play with this card. So anyway, give it a chance. Test it out. Find some new things. Post it. We are excited. But anyway, as always, thank you for watching. Um, have a great day. Oh, the navigation piece. I saw that he was running navigation. The problem I think with navigation is that it's such a brick with Beatrice, and you're only going to send it if you already have your Soul Servant. I mean, it is another negate, which is great, but um, you know, I'm running this instead of the navigation as my brick. And I just think it happens just as often, or almost as often, and if you summon this, you win. So anyway, um, hashtag Yugi for life.